Hello. My name is Yossarian, and I'm, so to speak, the master of the Salt Lake. I'm the captain of the only functional motorboat on this lake. Raiders and savages are afraid of the water, just like other wastelanders. Most people have only seen desert for their whole lives. Large water surfaces are something strange and mystical for them. That is why the Great Salt Lake is the safest wall against those wild hordes. I only come to the shore to look for provisions. The nights I spend outside on the open water in safety. The most difficult thing is to get enough fuel for the boat. Before New Cannon was burned to ashes, I brought many travelers across the lake and could live well from it. Now I have a hard time coming by. If the situation doesn't improve, I'll have to leave my boat. I'll tell you a story about civilization. Do you know what the Catch-22 is? Of course not. In the old world, a rule of the Air Force was called like that. This rule stated that insane pilots could make a request to be declared as unfit to fly. The request for being unfit to fly, however, was always denied, on the grounds that no one could be insane who wouldn't want to fly anymore. See, this is a parable of civilization. Full rules that somehow want to catch you. Peace. Calm water that gently strikes the bow. The sun as it sinks between the ruins of the lost world and the wind whose whisper reminds us of the great days of mankind. Below you the dark water, heavy of salt and radiation. The Salt Lake has no flow, so all water of the Bear River evaporates and leaves the poisons and nuclear fallout. The radioactive density is constantly rising in the Salt Lake. I wouldn't even put a foot in it. The fishes have mutated and have adapted to the radiation. Some of them have become quite disturbing abominations. No, the Salt Lake hasn't become a human-friendly place, but that makes it so peaceful here. The island of Professor Newellbrain. Stories tell that he had come to riches during pre-war years through daring scientific experiments. He bought the island in the Salt Lake and built an uncanny mansion there. It is told that he continued his bizarre experiments in the dungeon below it. Even after the war, he continued the experiments and created terrible creatures who now live there. Are you insane? Did you hear what I just said? Nothing brings me even to the proximity of this place. There are many smaller islands in the lake. They are mostly sparse. From Toxicton, the land-tongue Antelope Island reaches into the lake. There you shouldn't go ashore. Many mutations roaming around there, and not far away are the poisonous clouds of Toxington. I stopped my ferry business temporarily because of the unrest in the area. I can no longer trust anyone. Perhaps that will change again. See you.
How you doing, friend? I'm an adventurer just like you. I move from place to place looking for jobs like bounty hunts or the like. Sometimes I look for useful things in pre-war ruins. I'm on my way to the east. Here in the west, it's become too crowded. All areas are occupied by either the NCR or the Legion. Yeah, it's awesome, right? You won't find a faster car in the whole wasteland. One day, out there in the wilderness, I saw a campfire in the distance. I headed towards it and found a dying man laying there in a blanket. He said his name was Max and that he got in a fight with some raiders while trying to avenge his family. He got wounded and he fled with his Falcon V8. I stayed with Max until he died a few hours later. I buried him and took his car afterwards. Sure, what about it? Fancy, right? Is this supposed to be a joke? If you dare, we do a race on the flats. Alright, tell me when you're ready. Take care.
Hey, traveler. Welcome to my little resting place in the middle of nowhere. Sure, take your time. Yes, of course, but there is not much to do here. Every couple of days, travelers stop by, but sometimes no soul gets lost here for many days. The rail trucker barely stops here as they drive straight on to Mickey's Motors. So it's mostly the caravans or a lonesome wanderer like you now and then. When I started here, the rail trucks didn't exist, and right here in the middle of the Bonneville Flats, most of the caravans were resting for the night. I thought it a good opportunity to offer my services, especially because, as robot, don't have to satisfy my own needs, except the usual maintenance. The caravans still rest here, but because of the rail trucks, it's less busy than before. It doesn't bother me. After all, I'm far from the reach of Mr. House. As long as people continue to travel east and the Legion continues to control the south, the travelers will visit this place for a drink, a safe sleeping place, or to eat a can of Jimmy's Best. Yes, I used to be one of Mr. House's girls. Jane and I were made together. One might say we are something like sisters, and we had the same task to serve Mr. House. But I could not bear this life any longer, to be locked up in this ivory tower. I wanted to get out into the world, so one day I just ran away. Don't you think this is a simple thing? Mr. House has built a lot of hedges in us to go against rogue robots. He can take control of each of us at any time and overwrite the personality profiles. This is basically the same as killing us, as if he were to hunt us a bullet straight into the brain. However, I have succeeded in decoupling myself from the mainframe and thus deprived me of his access. There is, however, a problem that I could not solve so far. In our chip, an expiration date is programmed, which automatically destroys our system if the date is exceeded. The mainframe automatically resets this date every day. Without a mainframe, however, the date is no longer reset, and our death is inevitable. An ultimate failsafe of Mr. House. However, there are possibilities. On the one hand, you could program a fake mainframe to reset the date in my chip. On the other hand, you could completely deactivate the expiration date. The second option is much more difficult and would require excellent computer skills. For both, I need, however, a chip, memory, and mainboard of a functioning Vault mainframe, and unfortunately, I don't know where I should get these parts. You smarty pants, try to find a vault with an intact mainframe. For real? That would be great. I won't hang my hopes high, but who knows? I only sell booze, water, and Jimmy's Best ramen. All three things don't lose their permanency, and I can store them in great quantity. These are also the most requested goods. However, I could use a replenishment of my inventory. Do you want to help me? I need only 2 articles, Jimmy's Best and Rotkin rum. Travel to Bowietown and meet with the local butcher there. He can sell you the cans. For the rum, visit the Carter Ranch beyond the Great Salt Lake. Bob Carter brews the stuff. A strange question, because surely no one has ever asked you how it is to be human. I can't tell you what it's like to be me, because I don't know what it's like to be someone else. One day we awake from the darkness. People are born, robots are turned on, and begin to see and try to understand why we're here. It's no easier for me than it is for you. We awake with a given code or DNA and try to find our way around. And what we are or think will be influenced by the things we see and the code we have been given. So, to answer your question, I don't know. I only know what it's like to be me. Sometimes it's exciting, sometimes it's sad, and sometimes it's beautiful. It depends on the moments. I want to broaden my knowledge. I want to understand the secrets of the universe and maybe someday get an idea of why I'm here, right now in this moment. So far, no artificial intelligence has succeeded. Otherwise, this world already looks very different. So why should I succeed? It's more an incentive to improve myself. I don't believe in this myth of singularity. I believe that even we robots aren't meant to become a super essence. I don't know. Presumably, I will die at some point by force or from some technical malfunction. I don't believe that I will exist until the end of things. Most importantly, my expiration date is not fixed and my end remains an unknown. Oh, this is not a real aquarium. The fishes are synthetic beings. I am working on this project to investigate the possibilities of expanding artificial intelligence. The ultimate goal of robotics is singularity, the ability of an artificial intelligence to improve itself. So far, no one has succeeded. Otherwise, our world would look different. Of course, I don't believe that I will succeed and become a singularity, but it's an interesting occupation. Be careful out there.
Greetings, traveller. My name is Will Maxton. I'm a knight for the Venerable Brotherhood of Steel, and to start with, I'm not related to Roger Maxton. This is just a fucking coincidence, isn't that right, Johnny? Johnny's sitting over there. He doesn't talk much. Right, Johnny? Oh, damn. I wish I wasn't in this bloody desert with these two boneheads. Look, these idiots at headquarters have sent us out here, right, Johnny? We're supposed to be heading to Salt Lake City to reveal the secret of these poisonous clouds and find a bit of pre-war tech. Awesome plan. First of all, because no one has ever returned from there. We'll surely be the first. Right, Johnny? Damn. Tell me something about it, you dumbass. Johnny doesn't talk much, you know. Or whatever. I don't care. At some point we all must die, so fuck it. The whole group consists of a bunch of worldly folks. This must be accepted somehow. Then you can endure it quite well. Definitely better than being out here in this forsaken desert. How the hell am I supposed to know? Maybe a giant super mutant with flatulence? But the one thing I can assure you, it's certainly not conductive to our damn health. Desertion? No way. Do you think we're damn cowards? Are we cowards, Johnny? Come on, tell me. Now say it already. Oh, damn. The boy just doesn't get his mouth open. Fuck it. I'd rather kick the bucket than enter the story as a fucking coward. What should be wrong with him? Apart from being a sucker. The boy's alright, damn it. Has the whole world gone mad? Can't someone just be what someone is without being questioned? Oh, Johnny, what a cruel world. Good journey, traveller.
Hey, stranger. I'm Gloria. I'm a knight in the Squad of Doom. Sure, we're walking right into our death. Tomorrow, we're heading for Texington. Nobody ever returned there alive. But I need to tell you something. I don't give a crap. I hope some monsters will eat me alive. After all, I'll die as a heroine. We got orders, you know. Do you have any honor in your bones? We're soldiers of the Brotherhood of Steel. Common sense doesn't count for us. Sure, he's awesome. Best boss ever. Period. Sorry, but I'm still in duty. Another time. However, I'm always in duty. No idea what you're talking about. What should be wrong with him? I would say not more than most others. Take care out there.
How you doing, friend? So you're ready for a race on the flats? Not so fast. We have to make a bet first. I won't do this for nothing. I'm willing to put 1,000 caps in the pot. What do you say? I like your speed. All right, settled. I'm waiting outside for you. Here we are, in the middle of the desert, and my damn car just gave up the ghost. Do you happen to have a tow cable? Thank you for your generosity. I'll think about it if we ever meet again.